Hiya, we could play a game, just you and I. No, really, they exist. There are 2-player games out there, and who knows? Maybe we might even fall in love. I know I already am. With Splendor Duel. It is like Splendor, but for the lonely.
You shouldn't say that.
Yeah. You remember Splendor? Of course you do. It's a 2014 modern classic that is everywhere. You go down to your local Wear-A-Big chain store and we have 20 different kinds of Monopoly and original games like Warboats and I'm a Person But Which. And even they've got it. You all know it, you've all played it, no one's going out of their way to make a video reviewing the 2-player version of it without ever having played the original. Don't be silly, who would ever do such a thing? What? Who would do that? It's a showy big box with not a lot inside, and as a 6'4" girl whose dates often tell her she lacks substance, I can relate. Is there really a problem with that? Is it we who have to change? Yes, big time! Splendor Duel is smaller, it's sleeker, it's not getting ghosted after the first date. Rude. It's very good. So, you know how the Renaissance ruling elite be like? Gimme. Well, in Splendor Duel, we will be giving. That's right, we're gonna be making some pretty jewelry, peeps. I'm talking tiaras, earrings, sword hilts, crowns for the elite ruling class to lord over us. Feels good to give back. Let's set it up. Pop down the board and take out your bag of jewels, placing them all on the board in the spiral pattern provided. Then take the 3 privilege scrolls and place them above the board, just slightly cut from shot because you're bad at framing. That's better. Then take the 4 royal cards and put them next to the board like so. There are 3 jewel decks with 3 different levels indicated by these dots. Place them above the board with the level 1 deck at the bottom and ascending upward. Reveal 5 level 1 cards, 4 level 2s, and 3 level 3s, forming a pyramid like this. That's totally what a pyramid looks like. Stop. And pop this victory tile at the top. Choose a player to go first, with the other starting with a privilege, much like I did at my birth. The game is set. Let's make some jewelry! During the game, you'll be collecting jewels from the board and using them to create precious jewelry. Turns go back and forth between players as they so often do, and each turn consists of optional actions and then a mandatory action. There are 2 optional actions. You can do either, neither, or both at the start of your turn. The first is to use a privilege. Simply give up your privilege, like me, when I transitioned, to retrieve a chip from the board. But not gold! Don't you even think about it, you greedy little goblin child! Second is to replenish the board, where you take any spent chips from the bag and replace them on the board. Again, following the spiral pattern. But beware! While doing so will give you first choice at the new buxom board. Your opponent will receive a privilege. Now to the main bit, the mandatory action. You can do one of 3 things. 1. You may take up to 3 chips from the board, but not gold. I swear if you try that one more time. These chips must be adjacent, including diagonally, and must not be interrupted, either by a gap or by a gold. If you take 3 chips of the same color, or you take both pearls in one move, your opponent takes a privilege to compensate for your sheer power. These chips are then yours to use on future purchases. Keep in mind, you may only hold 10 tokens at the end of your turn. Hoarding is discouraged. 2. You may take 1 chip from the board and reserve a card, but not gold. Oh wait, what? Only a gold? Oh, now's your chance, goblin! Take a gold from the board and choose to either reserve a jewel card from the pyramid or from the top of one of the jewel decks. Reserving a card means that you ensure that you are the only one who's able to purchase it on a future turn. You may have up to 3 cards in reserve at a time, and you keep them hidden from your opponent. You're so shady like that. Oh my gosh. 3. Make the jewelry. You may purchase a jewel card from the pyramid or your reserve, spending the cost in the bottom left corner, where golds are wild and can be used to fill the cost of any colored jewel, and placing the card in front of you. But what am I making jewelry for? Surely they don't give me anything. Are you... Okay, let's have a look. Some jewel cards will give you points, shown by a number in the top left. Helpful hint, you can win with these. Some cards may also grant you an ability if they show one of these purple icons. These are resolved immediately after purchase and include taking another turn, taking a privilege, and taking a token from your opponent, among others. Some cards may also have these crown symbols on them, granting you as many crowns as they show, along with providing you another avenue of winning. If you have 3 crowns, and then again when you have 6, you may take a royal card, which may also grant you points and an ability, as well as a little friend to keep you company. Hello! Finally, in the top right corner of the jewel card, there may be a bonus, indicated by a jewel icon. Bonuses give you a discount on future purchases requiring jewels of that color in their cost. For example, if you have these cards showing a double blue bonus and a green bonus, and you want to purchase this card with a cost of 5 blues and 2 green, you only have to pay 3 blues and 1 green because of your discounts. So thrifty. Some cards show this bonus symbol. This means you can place it on a card you've already purchased, and its bonus is treated as if it were the same color as the card it's on. If you reach 20 points in total, or have 10 crowns, or have 10 points on cards of the same color, you win! You're so good! But is the game? Before I get into my thoughts, let's hear what an expert has to say. Expert.
Filming a video. Filming a video.
Filming
a video. Filming a video.
Hello?
Filming a video.
Filming a video.
Excuse me.
Thanks, Emily. So Splendor Duel is just a fantastic game, right? A perfect example of what you can do by taking a big design and crunching it down into something much smaller.
Hello, hi, I don't know who you are. You're not my expert. Go away, bye-bye. Please go away, bye-bye, please. Bye. Who was that? Someone trying to get in on my clout in the board game space. The nerve. Let's hear from the real expert. Hello? Oh. They're dead. I got dumped on Valentine's Day. Lonely.
You should say that.
Yeah. So your girl's been sad. When I get sad, I like to really throw myself into my procrastination. I find that really helps. So I started this video ages ago. I couldn't bear to look at her. Look how happy she is. The worthless piece of shifting back to the game. I played it a lot in that time. Like, too much. Like, get help, Emily. Board games are not therapy. So what do I think? Is it good? Has it held up to that many games? Is this a cry for help? Yes, yes, and yes. Let's look. Splendor Duel is so direct and intimate. You and your opponent are grabbing limited jewels from the board and using them to create jewelry from the same limited pool-lery. You can't do a lot on your turn, and you know that what you choose to do will have a direct impact on the move your opponent can make. This leads to a back and forth familiar to a game like chess. Like a duel. The game's player count of only 2 players allows the design to focus on the intimacy and create interesting choices around it. As you play the game, not only will you be adapting to the ever-changing landscape of it, you will also learn about the other player and adapt directly to them. Their playstyle, what their goals are, their wants and needs. Maybe you thought they needed a pearl, but you don't know them at all. And before you know it, the game's over. And you've lost. Sorry, I just need a couple days. As long as this video comes out in February, I'm all good. But these choices are just made all the more interesting by the 3 win conditions. That's a 3. Which win condition you aim for is a constant evaluation and re-evaluation during the game. It will have you looking at what cards are available on the market, what discounts you can get in order to get those cards, what discounts you already have, and what jewels are on the board, planning your most streamlined path to victory. But oh no, your opponent just took their turn and reserved the card your whole plan is based around. I hate that guy! But that's the fun. Adapt, overcome,
Destroy them.
And the whole discount aspect is so satisfying as well. The more cards you get, the cheaper the cards become. Boom, you can get another card. Boom, another discount. It's great. Mama like you. And the privilege system is a beautiful way to balance the game and keep it feeling fair. You can often find yourself not wanting to make a move like replenishing the board just to prevent your opponent from getting the privilege, which is fun. But personally, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. You both get benefits. Sometimes you just gotta know when to let things go, you know? Like maybe it won't just be good for them, but better for both of you, you know? I'm doing fine. The components are lovely, it's compact and easy to travel with, and there's bad stuff about it too, but I'm just not one to dwell on negatives, you know? Nine out of 10!